Welcome to the Easy Gourmet. I'm your chef today, Michael Mercil. We are at the Speakeasy today. We have a group from Essentia that came here today to learn how to do some grilling. And of course, we're going to be doing indoor grilling versus outdoor grilling, but you can do this either way. I'm sure some of you at home probably have some of the same grill pans or little grill flat tops that you might have to do pancakes. Flip it over and you got the grill side. I brought mine from home, and I grill all the time inside. And then of course I flip it over and make pancakes and eggs all the time too. So it's great. You can get these almost anywhere. So the first step we got to do today is when we grill, we're going to grill some asparagus and chicken. I like to blanch my asparagus just a little bit, just to get it a little soft, because when you grill it, it can really get a little tough and dry out. So we're going to start off by blanching a little asparagus. So you need to take off the ends. You can just break them right off. And I've got a pan of boiling water over here. And we want to get that so it's a little al dente. And once that's done, we'll take that off. And then I'm also going to start off with our sauce. And we've got apricot preserves. And then we use our French dressing from the Speakeasy. Homemade. French dressing's homemade, our ranch, our blue cheese, our Italian, our Thousand Island. There's nothing like it. Our French has a lot of nice onion flavor to it, so it works great with this glaze. So we're going to heat this up. Anybody have any questions in the audience? Yeah, don't all ask at once.
Do any of your ingredients have MSG?
No, they do not. You're allergic to that. That's funny because I just had a customer next door ask about that as well. All of our ingredients at the Speakeasy are, they're all homemade. You'll find more MSGs sometimes in a lot of Asian sauces. You know, like any sweet and sour, sometimes you got to be a little concerned about, or the General Chow's chicken, or a lot of things that have soy in them, but not us. Okay, that's coming together really nicely. That'll be perfect. This is looking great. And then we're going to throw this right on top. Want to get this nice and hot. And a lot of times I like to spray either my chicken or my grill so it doesn't stick. Because a lot of times when you're out, especially with chicken, when you're outside doing the big grill, you want to make sure your grill's really clean. But sometimes it will stick to it and peel off some of the skin to the chicken. I'm going to let this heat up a little bit, and once we let this heat up, we'll put the chicken on there and we'll show you. I'm going to let this heat up a little bit, and then we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the Easy Gourmet. Would you believe they've been drinking for the last hour? That's what happens. They keep getting louder. Okay, so there, the chicken's on, and you want to hear that nice sizzle. You want to make sure that the pan is really hot. Whenever you're cooking steaks or chicken at home, you want to make sure that your pan is hot before you put it on there, because it's going to cook the food. It's not going to stick as much, but it's going to cook that food much better. It's going to get that crust that you're looking for if you're doing a steak, and it's going to give the chicken a nice crust as well. So that's exactly what you're looking for. Does anyone have grills at home, indoor grills? Yeah? Do you use it a lot? You don't think about using it, do you? No. It's amazing when you actually use that. And you can use either side, the flat top or the grill. And can you smell the flavor from this already? How great you can cook something indoors, you know, and get that flavor that you're looking for, the crust that you're looking for, how wonderful it can be. And we don't use these kind of products enough. It's already giving me some really nice grill marks, and you're going to see that. Of course, we have a grill here at the Speakeasy, you know, a gas one, so we use that quite often, but this is what we needed for the indoor. So I'm going to let that cook a little bit. While I'm doing that, I'm going to start plating up the food over here to show you how we put it together. I've got the nice rice blend here, which is already hot and ready to go. And then the asparagus is going to go on top of that. We're going to give it just a little flip right here. Get some grill marks on both sides. And then a flip. And if you can see, we got all the grill marks, and that's what you're looking for. That's what's going to give it all that flavor that I'm talking about. It's going to need about 5 minutes to cook through. Anytime you cook chicken, you want it at about 165 degrees. Or if you don't use a probe, which I highly recommend, you can cut into it to make sure it's white all the way through. And we're going to put this together right after these messages. Welcome back to the Easy Gourmet. They're on their third glass of wine. It is 2-for-1s going on right now, so they've been partaking in it. All right, chicken's looking awesome here. I just put the sauce on here just to heat up a little bit. We've already got the rice plated with the asparagus. We were going to grill the asparagus, just a tish. And again, I only wanted the asparagus to, I wanted to blanch the asparagus a little bit, because when you put it on the grill and you cook it at that high temperature and that high heat, it could get a little tough. So, you know, this is the best thing to do. We just need it on here for just a couple minutes. We're going to flip it over. And this is just to get the flavor. And you also can tell when chicken is done by the touch. When the softer it is, the more rare it is when it comes to meat or chicken or anything like that. You want to make sure that it's super firm with chicken to make sure that it is done. And it's looking awesome. Any more questions, ladies and gentlemen?
If you're cooking outside, do you like to use those vegetable trays?
Well, you know when, okay, for the asparagus it's not as big a deal, but when you are doing smaller chunks of veggies, absolutely. Because they always go down into the little grates there, the little holes in the grates. So yes, absolutely, you do. I love them. I mean, and there's so many unique devices for your grills nowadays. You know, I mean, they make griddles for them, kind of like this. So.
That is a high burn.
Yep, it does. It does, absolutely.
Coconut oil.
I love coconut oil. I cook with coconut oil more than anything.
That can really take the...
Yep, it can. Peanut oil is another one. Can take a high heat, you know. When you deep fry a turkey, they usually use a peanut oil because it can withstand the high temp. Lard.
What about corn?
Corn?
Corn in the cup.
Oh, for the grill or?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, this is what we're serving today at the Speakeasy. Grilled asparagus and chicken with an apricot glaze.
We were told by someone to leave the outside.
The husk on? Absolutely, you can do that. It pretty much just steams it when you're doing the corn. That's what it's doing, is just steaming the inside of the corn. Oh, you don't need probably any more than 8 to 10 minutes on something like that. Yep. You know, sometimes you can brine your corn a little bit too with the husk on. So that the husk is nice and wet, so that when it gets on the grill, it's not going to burn right away. Yep, and it almost marinates the corn a little bit.
So what's on the top?
What's on the top?
A little sprouts. Yep. Yep. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Yeah, we do a lot of things like this at the Speakeasy. We have a lot of dishes that are similar to this. You know, today's buffet, we have the apricot chicken. Yeah. So, thank you for coming, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Essentia. And we'll see you next time on the Easy Gourmet.